The shadowy expulsion. America's controversial deportation tactics under scrutiny. The Trump administration's controversial deportation policy has reached a new, deeply troubling chapter. In a move shrouded in secrecy, 17 individuals accused of gang affiliation have been forcibly removed from the United States and sent to El Salvador, without their names or any identifying details being publicly released. This clandestine operation, announced on Monday by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, marks the latest escalation in a strategy increasingly under fire for its blatant disregard for due process and basic human rights. The official narrative paints a grim picture. Murderers and rapists, Rubio declared, allegedly members of the notorious Tren de Aragua and MS-13 gangs, recently designated as foreign terrorist organizations by the administration. El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele echoed these claims on social media, proudly proclaiming the deportees as confirmed murderers and high-profile offenders, including 6 child rapists. This carefully crafted portrayal, however, is rapidly unraveling under the weight of mounting evidence and growing concerns. The deportees' swift and secretive transfer to El Salvador raises serious questions about the veracity of the accusations leveled against them. Many have been sent to the infamous Terrorism Confinement Center, SECOT, a mega-prison notorious for its brutal and inhumane conditions. Approximately 300 migrants, primarily Venezuelans, have recently endured the horrors of SECOT, a stark testament to the potential consequences of this policy. The cracks in the administration's narrative are widening. The case of a 23-year-old gay makeup artist, deported to SECOT without a hearing, exemplifies the potential for catastrophic misidentification and injustice. His attorney, Lindsay Toxilowski, revealed that his client's tattoos, misinterpreted as gang symbols, were the basis for his deportation. This individual, with no apparent gang affiliations, was scheduled for an immigration court appearance in the U.S., an appearance he was denied, abruptly snatched from the American legal system and thrust into the brutal realities of SECOT. His story is a chilling example of the potential for irreparable harm inherent in this summary deportation process. The legality of these actions is itself fiercely contested. The Trump administration's reliance on the archaic Alien Enemies Act, dating back to the 18th century, has been met with strong legal opposition. A federal appeals court has already blocked its application, and a federal judge has mandated individualized hearings for those targeted for removal. This legal challenge underlines the fundamental flaws in the administration's approach, highlighting its disregard for established legal processes and individual rights. Adding further fuel to the controversy, intelligence agencies are reportedly contradicting the administration's claims that the Tren de Aragua gang is linked to the Venezuelan government, a key justification used to support the mass deportations. The New York Times has shed light on this critical discrepancy, questioning the credibility of the administration's narrative and casting further doubt on the legitimacy of its actions. Despite the mounting legal challenges and the erosion of its justifications, the Trump administration remains steadfast in its commitment to this controversial deportation strategy. Undeterred by the legal setbacks, it is now petitioning the Supreme Court to overturn the injunction against the use of its wartime deportation powers, signaling a relentless pursuit of a policy that jeopardizes fundamental human rights and due process. This relentless pursuit of deportation, devoid of transparency and fairness, raises serious ethical and legal questions. The lack of individual hearings, the secretive nature of the deportations, and the conflicting intelligence reports paint a disturbing picture of a system operating outside the bounds of accountability. The potential for misidentification, arbitrary detention, and exposure to inhumane conditions in SECOT underscores the urgent need for a thorough investigation into these practices. The fate of these 17 individuals and the hundreds of others subjected to this controversial policy hangs precariously in the balance, highlighting a critical failure of the American justice system and a stark violation of fundamental human rights. The international community must demand accountability and transparency from the U.S. government and ensure that such actions are never repeated. The shadows cast by these deportations demand immediate and thorough scrutiny.